Retro.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Everything Retro. It's your host, JD, and today's a different video. Thanks to our boy, Drinking Games with Josh, he volunteered us to do an amazing community challenge that's out there right now, and that's everyone in the community is challenging each other to come up with the top 10 games, like their top 10. I know on this channel we've been doing top 10s for every system that I've owned, and we're up to GameCube, and I promise it's coming. I just haven't really had time to film it. And I was going to, and then Josh did this, and he volunteered our channel to do it. So if you haven't checked out his channel already, please make sure to check it out. His stuff is amazing. I'll have his something up there. But for real, he does very similar content to me. He's a great guy. His energy is amazing. So please take time to look at his stuff. So he challenged myself. He challenged 2 other people. So you know what? I'm going to challenge people too. I'm almost 100% sure that none of these guys have done it. And sorry guys, I'm calling you out. I want to see your top 10s. First one, Game Bunker Adventures. I love your content. He puts on great content too. He has a more variety than we do. He gets some incredible boxes and unboxings, and he does some great in-depth on like certain systems like Sega CD games, stuff like that. So I'm calling him out. I'm also calling out a newer guy to the YouTube, the next 2, and that is Zaixon. And I hope to God I said that right, man. I apologize. And that's Zaixon Gaming. His stuff will be up as well. He puts on some great stuff as well. I really like his content. If you haven't checked him out, please let's help his channel grow. If you haven't checked out any of these guys, please check their channels out, and let's help them grow. They're all great. Next one is SEGAblocks. I love his stuff too. He puts on some great stuff. I really like his content. Again, these guys all have very similar content to what myself and Josh and the community puts out. But it's cool to see other people's perspective and see what they love. And last but not least, I promise, is Juliet-Juliet-IndiaMobile. He's awesome. He does a lot of import stuff. If you want to know stuff about like Neo Geo and import stuff, that's your man. Like, this dude is incredible when it comes to this kind of stuff, and the information and knowledge he has for import, especially Japanese import games. I can't tell you how much stuff I've learned from him. And a lot of stuff I'm jealous because now I want a Neo Geo with the big carts. So please, guys, if you haven't checked them out, please do so. And hey, you 4, I want to see them top 10s because I'm really curious to see what your top 10s are. So it's enough of that. Let's get started with mine. There's going to be games in here that you're going to see that are for systems we haven't done top 10 videos for, and there's some that that we have done. So either way, it's all good. So let's start. Up to the top 3, there's no real order as to like the usual do. I'm not gonna cheat. Well, I'm gonna probably cheat, just like Josh. I'm gonna cheat. But for up to the top 10, up to the top 3, there's no particular order as to like where they would be, because I really love all of them around the same. So let's just start with the first one, and that is Persona 5 Royale. This game. So I got into the Persona series in Persona 4, and I fell in love with it. I got Golden, incredible, probably one of the best games for the Vita that I have. When Persona 5 dropped, I was like, holy crap, this thing's incredible. They brought Royale, and I mean, I dropped 150 hours into Persona 5, the regular one, and Royale came out, another 150 hours, and I'm still not like. I mean, I'm done with it, but like not done with it. You know how it is. But man, this game is incredible. If you like RPGs, you're gonna see there's a lot of RPGs on my list. I like RPGs. It's not for everyone. But this is a great one. Absolutely great one. I hope they go with the 6. Who knows? The art direction, the sound, everything. Guys, check this out. It's amazing. Next is probably, well, this will definitely be on the list for GameCube, and that is Tales of Symphonia. again, an RPG, a JRPG. This thing is awesome. This game is great. This is one of the first games I ever got for the GameCube, actually, when it first came out. I spent a lot of hours playing this. You know, I like the whole Tales series in general. There's a good bit of games. And I still buy them when they come out. Tales of Exilia, I think, was the last one. I can't remember off the top of my head. Which is good, but to be honest with you, none of them have been as good as Tales of Symphonia. Just a great overall game. Next on the list. You guys know me, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I mean, heck, I have Boba Fett tattooed on my arm, which I can't wait to see Boba Fett this month in December. So I'm super excited about it. We're going to N64, and that is Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. This game, when it came out, you know, I read the books that aren't, unfortunately, canon anymore. Thanks, Disney. Appreciate it. But when this came out, man, you got to see that in-between movies, but in a game. You know, Nintendo 64 has some great Star Wars games on it, like Pod Racer and stuff like that. But for me, Shadows of the Empire was it, man. It was the game for me. You know, the fact that you were on Hoth, you're playing as Dash Rendar, so a brand new character in an amazing ship. Just great game. Next game, Mutant League Hockey. I love me some hockey. I love this series. You guys saw this in the Sega Genesis countdown. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. This game is so much fun. Like I said, I'm a big hockey fan. Unfortunately, the Penguins this year isn't, but where I'm currently living in Miami, Florida Panthers, holy crap, you guys are killing it. We're unbelievable. I love it. I go to games now all the time, and it's wild. It reminds me of the Penguins in the 90s, which is amazing. But back to hockey. Back to this game, actually. No, this game is fantastic, guys. You get to, in true Mutant League fashion, you get to beat the crap out of your opponents. You get to murder them. You can push them into the board and they explode. You can put them underneath the ice. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. That's all I can say about it. It's wild. Let's see here. Next, we have one of my favorite SNES games. It was also in the countdown for SNES. The next two actually were, and that is Earthworm Gym. I love this series. Earthworm Gym 1, Earthworm Gym 2. I wish they would do more. I think the best version of Earthworm Gym is Sega CD version. It's got new stuff in it. I'm still trying to hunt that thing down, but it is expensive, especially now that I have a Sega CD. But overall, though, this is still a great game. It's one of those games that I had as a kid. Loved playing it. It's just so different. It's so different. It's a shooter, but it's fun. It's a fun shooter. It's not too hard, but not too easy. Great game. If you haven't checked it out, for sure, guys, check it out. It's amazing. Next is one of my favorite fighting games of all time, and it's not Mortal Kombat. For me, it's Killer Instinct. I love Killer Instinct. To be honest with you, I mean, mini countdown, top 3 fighting franchises: Killer Instinct, Tekken, and then Mortal Kombat for me. But I love Killer Instinct. I actually just pre-ordered the Killer Instinct 1-Up arcade cabinet. God damn, it's expensive, but this is one of those, for me, must-haves. Like, I've always wanted an arcade machine of Killer Instinct. I love it. Fulgore, my boy on the front here, him and Spinal, they're my go-tos. I love this game. The soundtrack, I still have the soundtrack, and I still rock it. It's a great soundtrack. So, Killer Instinct. All right. So I guess you could say this goes into, like, now the top 4 in order, because in reality of that, that's what it is. So my number 4 on the list is WWF No Mercy. You say, JD, but you're a wrestling guy. How is No Mercy not higher? I like the rest of the games more. Did I play the shit out of this? Absolutely. Do I still play the shit out of this? Absolutely. Character creation. Honestly, in any wrestling game, character creation is my make it or break it. I love creating wrestlers. I used to be a professional wrestler back in the day, and man, I love character creation and creating that gimmick. And WF No Mercy, what a game! I don't want to talk a lot about it because guarantee you've seen tons of people talk about it, but reality, it's probably the best wrestling game of all time. My opinion and a lot of other opinion. Phenomenal. Number 3 on the list. I'm cheating. Josh cheated, so I'm cheating for the next 2. And that is, for the first one I'm cheating on, is the Knights of the Old Republic series I'm going with. Out of the 2, which one do I prefer? Both? Both. I love both these games. The fact that they remade this, they put this on the Switch, or it's coming to the Switch, is fantastic. Because I don't have an Xbox 360, but I know these play it on the Xbox One, which is great. But guys, it's an RPG. It's Star Wars. That's all I need. That's all I need in my life. It's an RPG and a Star Wars. Both these games are amazing. The story arc on these games is amazing. You can be a Sith, which is what you should be, or Jedi scum, or you can be that gray Jedi in the middle kind of thing. And you know what? If you want to do the middle, that's cool, but as long as you're not Jedi scum. Can you tell what one I'm always at? Phenomenal game, guys. Phenomenal series. If you haven't played it, please play it. I can't tell you enough. It's worth it. It's really worth it. Both games, absolutely worth it. The next one is a series as well, and that is Final Fantasy. I'm gonna go with the whole series, but my top 2 games in the Final Fantasy, so it's a mini little countdown again, is gonna be Final Fantasy VII. This is number 1. Man, I don't know. I can't say number 1 because Final Fantasy IX is right there too. These 2 games, I know you've seen a lot of people's list. For me, they were my most. They probably have the most nostalgia is in 7 and 9. They made a 9 for the Switch, a physical version. I didn't get it imported. It's in English, and amazing. It's amazing to play these eras on the Switch, and I think they did it for PlayStation and stuff too. But these games, if you haven't played them, you're missing out. But you better have a lot of hours to pump because they're amazing. The stories are incredible, absolutely incredible. For me, now we're at number one, and this game for me, I didn't spend the most hours. I spent over 100 in it. I'll tell you that, so you can tell it's an RPG. And it's up there. It's one of those things that the story pulled at my heartstrings. And I wasn't old, but I was young when this came out. It's always been there, I guess. It's one of those games I always go to no matter on what not, and that is Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is my number 1 of all time. It was my number 1 in the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo countdown that I did, because it's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. I have posters of Chrono Trigger. It's incredible. The fact that the guy that created one of my favorite anime, and that's Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, created these characters, and they look so alike, with the story and the different endings. There's multiple endings in the game. The combat system, everything's honestly perfect in this game. So for me, number one. Well, that's my top 10. Thanks again, Josh, for inviting me to this community challenge. And everybody else, I look forward to seeing what your top 10s are, for sure. And make sure to check all the people out that I mentioned in this video. And I hope you guys liked my top 10. I know there's probably some games that Oh, wait, I forgot. You know what? Chrono Trigger wasn't number one. I know, I wanted to do 11, not 10. I forgot all about that. Here's my number one, guys. I apologize. I forgot all about it. It's Cyberpunk. That's my number one. See, how could you forget about Cyberpunk, right? Oh, this game was perfect when it came out. Oh, dude, I am so sorry. Sorry, guys. Cyberpunk, number one. Hey, comment down below what you thought of this top 11 list. As always, guys, stay retro, and I'll see you next time.